Hey man, say man, we is back with another video. And all I can say is we really do this. I really do this. The chat, the Discord, we do this. Um, it's another W day. Two trades sent out to the Discord, both for W. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not here saying that we're gonna win every time, but the fact that we're hitting these trades back to back to back is a lovely thing. So I'm going to show you guys how I was able to make a little over between both of my accounts about $4,000, almost about $4,000 between both of my accounts today. So I'm going to drop down into my trading view. Let me pull it up really quick. All right. So the first one that we took today was CL. I'm gonna do CL first. The first one that we took today was CL. We took a sell on CL, and let me show you why I decided to do that. I mark off my previous day high, my previous day low. One thing that I wanted to point out is that at this particular time we had swept some buy side liquidity, so I know we're probably going to retrace down into some sort of higher time frame sell side or some sort of fair value gap on a higher time frame. Perfect, right? Because all I need now is for the lower time frame to show me some sort of market structure shift. So if I go down to the 1 hour, what do I see on the lower time frame? Not really lower time frame, but for the 1 hour, I see a market structure shift, right? All I need now is for it to show me the exact same thing on a 5 minute or 15 minutes, since that's where I'm taking my entries. After we got this market structure shift, price pulled up. I think around that 8 o'clock time is when I trade, and that's where I got my entry. If I go down to the 15 minute, you would see that we got a shift in structure on the 15 minute and a shift in structure on the 5 minute. More confluence that we are going to sell down, at least to some of these lows. All right, that's all I'm looking for is some quick sells. I did not realize we are going to sell down this low, but we end up getting the target hit for the initial 2-to-1 RR. We got some market structure shift on the 15 minute and the 5 minute. On the 15 minute, we also had a fair value gap sitting here. So I knew price was going to tap into that. And then let's pull it back. We had a fair value gap sitting in this area on the 5 minute. What did I say last time I did a video? If we have fair value gaps on both time frames, I want the price to hit both fair value gaps. I don't want it to just focus on the 5 minute or I don't want it to just focus on the 15 minute. I want that thing to hit both, because if it hits both, we no longer have any areas that price wants to come back to, and I'm more confident to get into sales, right? I'm not worried about price coming back unless I'm just wrong at that point. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But this particular time, we got everything, all my confluences lined up. Where you got my EMAs is one confluence. We got structure shifting as another confluence. Fair value gaps sitting at the area of interest. We got price coming into that area of interest, rejecting and giving me my break of the candle, right? So that last confluence is going to be that break of the candle. So bearish candle on the 5 minute, and then the break of that candle to enter. This was a simple, straight to the point trade that I sent to the Discord. And if you guys took it, if you guys saw this on your side too, you probably got the W. So that was that particular trade. Nothing else to really talk about when it comes to this one. It was super simple as far as the breakdown goes of what I was looking for, why price was doing what it was doing, what I was looking for price to do. Also, another confluence of why I felt like price was going to continue down outside of market structure shifting in this area is because we needed some sort of displacement on a higher time frame. We needed some sort of discount to be hit on a higher time frame so they would continue up, right? We've been buying. If I go back to the 4 hour and the 1 hour, the daily, we've been buying for so long, right? With no pullback. So eventually, when we had the pullback, all I needed was a great entry to look for in order to continue that down, right? Because we need some sort of pullback. We need some sort of discount to be hit for price to continue up if that's what it chose to do, or if it just came on down, which I don't know what price is going to do, but all I know is once they hit that area of interest, all I need is that 1 to 2 and I'm out. And that's what we got. As you can see, I probably could have held for a 1 to almost 7, actually a 1 to 7, if I wanted to, but according to my trading plan, we only need that 1 to 2 to stay consistent and to be profitable. And then we move on. All right, so we hit our 1 to 2, we don't get greedy, and we move on. All right, so the next one that I want to break down is going to be gold. Now, again, I don't usually trade gold, but gold been slapping as far as the setup lately. So if it show it, I'm gonna take it. We end up taking a gold buy. Let me show you, if I go to the daily, why I was looking for buys at this particular time. All right, so we on the daily, you can last time I showed this chart, which is probably yesterday, I showed you that we hit a daily fair value gap, right, in this area. And not only did we hit a daily fair value gap, we held it and rejected it extremely fast, right? So we came down, rejected it, and we did not close below that 50%, which tells me that it is super valid. That particular fair value gap on the daily time frame is valid and it's strong. So on the lower time frame, we should have some nice bullish movements. So what I was looking for is just an entry on the lower time frame to get in for more buys. If I go to the 4 hour, I see at where price is currently at that we're sitting at a 4 hour fair value gap right here. Right? We're sitting at a 4 hour fair value gap and we're holding it. Right? So even though we did come below the previous day low, which would, for me, say, okay, if we're breaking the previous day low, I'm probably going to look for sales if price retraces back up and holds. But because on a higher time frame there was a 4 hour fair value gap sitting in that area, all I wanted to do was wait for a 4 hour candle to close to give me more confirmation that we're wanting to buy at that particular time. And that's what we did. That 4 hour fair value gap, that 4 hour candle closed without closing in this fair value gap. So I'm like, okay, I'm only looking for buys at this point. And we're at the bottom of the move at this particular move of this swing low right here, right? We're at the bottom of that move. So I go down to the 5 minute, and all I'm looking for is market structure shifts, right? We didn't really get for when I got into the trade, we didn't get a shift in structure, but we did get some buy side liquidity to be taken. And I always say this, once I get some buy side liquidity to be taken, all I'm looking for, if I'm trying to buy, is some sell side liquidity to be taken, right? And that's what we got at this particular part. We got buy side liquidity taken up here, and then lower time frame sell side liquidity taken here, right? And we have a fair value gap. We have a 5 minute fair value gap sitting right there, right below the liquidity. So there's more confluence that we probably want to continue buying. Now, my EMAs, as you can see, did not correlate, so I couldn't use that as confluence, but I had enough things to check off as far as why I should take a buy in this area in order to take it. And I end up sending this out, and I took this one, even though I don't really trade gold. I end up taking this one just because it looked super clean, and we end up hitting our 1 to 2, walking away with a couple thousand for that one. Ultimately, I do think we're probably going to hit the previous day highs at some point today or tomorrow, whenever. We're going to hit this area up here, but again, all I need is my 1 to 2 in order to remain profitable, and that's all. And I get out right there. Now, this, I do want to say I did get in aggressively on this entry just because this is the last low and this is the bottom of the move, right? Now, I normally do not at any point, I'm not going to say any point because I just did. I normally do not take aggressive entries. I really have to be super confident and super just like, yeah, I'm gonna go for it to take an aggressive entry, and today was that day. So I end up getting in right at that 5 minute fair value gap, and then placing my stop loss above this low. Because to me, if we're coming back down here, I know for sure I am wrong when it comes to this direction, right? When it comes to this setup, I know I'm wrong if we're coming back down here. So I got in with a great risk to reward, because I got in super aggressively when it comes to this. And then my TP was these highs up here, knowing that if we take those, we should at least be going for those highs if we want to continue up, and then ultimately these highs up here. So those were the two trades that I took. Discord also took them. Let me show you that. Let me bring up that Discord for y'all. Come on. Discord took it. I think there was a couple of people who took the, I don't know how many people took the CL trade, but I do know there was a couple of people who took the gold trade with me. We kind of lit in the Discord now. People starting to hop in that thing and really tap in with me. But let me show you the trades that I sent. We got the CL trade, what I was looking for on that 5 minute, and then how it ended up playing out, and I ended up getting out right there. And then we got the gold buys, what I was looking for. Now I got in aggressively, but I did not send it out in time for other people, unless they just decide to get in aggressively themselves to get in aggressive. But my normal plan is when this breaks the high, you know what I'm saying, get in. So I end up sending that, and then as you can see, TP hit for me 1 to 2, and then if anybody else decided to hold, it did end up getting to that area if they decide to hold. But yeah, those were the two trades. And we also got people who sent in their profits. Somebody's on a 50K account getting $1,600 for the day. I think somebody ended up getting almost $200 on their account, which is perfect. Taking, what they take, I don't know what this is, but they end up taking their own trades. I think this is somebody who trades Forex, kind of similar strategy, but trades on the Forex. So you could do that too. Like if you don't trade what I trade, like futures, if you don't trade the indices, or if you don't trade what we trade, but you want to still use the strategy, you can. It works. Like whatever you want to do, the strategy still works. And then somebody who did take the gold, they end up getting a nice entry too on here off the 1 minute. So and then somebody else hit, I don't think this is gold, but they end up getting on the ES. But a win is a win, regardless if you're taking my trades or not. If you're using that strategy, a win is a win for me. But yeah, that's all I got. Let me show my face again. That's all I got as far as the trades that we took. If you're trying to tap in, if you're trying to be a part of the winning team, it's free to get in. I'm not asking you to pay for nothing unless you want to pay for the strategy, because it's step by step, and you get to kind of fasten the learning curve when it comes to how I trade, why I'm getting into certain things, what I look for on the higher time frame to kind of give you a little bit more confluence, and why I'm so accurate with my setups, what I look for, even if the lower time frame is not showing what you would normally look at. I'm doing it for a reason. There's a reason why I send out these trades, and there's a reason why 8 times out of 10 we're gonna hit. No, I do not win all the time, but I guarantee you that we're gonna win more than we lose. So if you come in and try to be a part of the team, tap in. Link in the description. Also, strategy is in the description below. So, and the strategy only $50. So I think it's worth it if you want to hop in on that and tap in with what I'm doing. So that's all I got for today. I will see you guys on the next one, and hopefully we continue to win streak. All right, peace.